Vamos a un avión.
Yeah. You kind of couldn't see before because the sun was just flashing
Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
acércale.
Oh, oh, oh. What the hell is that?
¿Qué es eso?
A ver, déjame apoyarme en la
Pero las que vimos estaban en Leninita, ¿la viste?
Yeah.
Hey, it happened like they were doing it on the TV.
What the?
It was one
I
and then
saw
it spread
that.
out.
I saw that, and it spread out, and then it came back.
Pero yo el que vi lo vi.
A
Mira.
ver. Déjame, lo pongo steady.
What is that?
Vale.
¿No está Miguel? Habla de tu papá. Miguel. ¿No está?
Están aquí en las guardas.
Don't have that? Whoa! Oh, shit. What is it?
I don't know. Look at this.
It's a lot of them.
Oh my god, they freaking multiplied.
That's the
Hold on,
government,
wait.
man.
Oh,
Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
acércale.
Oh, oh. What the hell is that?
¿Qué es eso?
A A ver, déjame apoyarme en la
Pero las que vimos estaban en Leninita, ¿la viste?
Yeah. Hey, it happened like they were doing it on the TV.
What the?
It was one
I
and then
saw
it spread
that. I
out.
saw that, and it spread out, and then they came back.
Pero yo lo que vi, lo
Mira,
decía.
mira, 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 mira.
A ver. Déjame, lo pongo steady.
What is that?
I don't know.
Vale,
¿Dónde está Miguel? Habla de tu papá. ¡Miguel!
What's
están
that?
las piernas, están Walmart.
What happened?
¡Wow!
Oh,
What the hell?
what is it?
I don't know.
It's one heck of a show. Nice on the tripod. $39 on the zoom. $46 on the zoom. $7:41 p.m. March 4th, 2017. Lynchburg, Virginia. There's two over my house, one to the west. What is these? What are they? Can't tell my number on my, 160 on my zoom. 140. 86. 64. 60. Can that be a planet? $80 on the zoom.
Look, now it's gone down to one light. Now it's lit up again. See that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Look at that. Like, it's not fucking moving, it's just sitting there. It's been sitting there for a while. And it keeps doing different. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck is it? Why is it just chilling there? Not a sound from it?
No.
Isn't that fucking weird?
Not in motion or anything.
No.
And now for something completely different.
Photographer Mauricio Morales' post is going viral over the internet as he is claiming that he has shot unidentified flying objects, UFOs, appearing in the skies of Arizona. In his Facebook post, Mauricio said that while he was driving back from Arizona to Phoenix, he came across a small orange light which was neither a meteor nor an airplane. Here is Morale's full post. As I was driving back to Phoenix this evening, I was a few miles past Parker, is when I saw a shooting star with a green hue in the corner of my eye. I kept driving for a few miles and noticed a small orange light far in the distance to my right. At first I thought that maybe a meteor had hit nearby and set a fire in the desert or possibly a distant antenna light. I didn't quite think much of it and continued to drive for another 3 miles. I noticed that the light was gone. I drove another half of a mile and I saw the light appear again. This is when I realized that whatever this was, wasn't normal. I was about a quarter of a mile from the crossing between Highway 72 and Highway 95 between Parker and Quartzsite, Arizona. I immediately pulled over and attached my camera to my tripod. To my SW direction, there were 6 orange-red lights floating around in the horizon. Some of them would dim out and then brighten back up, others just seemed to float and hover away slowly. They seemed to travel in a parallel pattern with a very bright fiery glisten. I took photos and videos and in less than 15 minutes, the mysterious objects vanished without a trace. All of the photographs are timestamped and are not edited whatsoever. The video is slightly cropped for better viewing. Whatever this was, I have never seen anything like this in my life before. Super cool experience. I have noticed that my camera's clock is set 8 minutes ahead, which means that the timestamps are all 8 minutes ahead. I also saw a video of the same exact thing but from the opposite end in El Centro, California. That means that whatever this was, it was visible for at least 100 miles. AB15 is reporting that the photos were part of the meteor. They were
closely, you can see an object fly in from the right side of the screen. Then, immediately after, the rocket explodes. This could not have been a coincidence. Let's see it again in slow motion. Some have said that it was just a bird, but a bird that high up and right into the rocket. A very unlikely story, but that's for you to decide.
Back in September of 2015, NASA released this photograph, taken by the New Horizons probe, as it made its closest flyby. But is there more to be found in this photo? Take a look and see for yourselves. These things are so massive that they caused a reflection on the camera's lens. Now the question is, are they really UFOs, or something more rational? Filmed over New Mexico, and submitted to the MUFON database back in early 2016, this footage shows what looks like either a giant UFO, or 4 smaller UFOs over the desert. The person that submitted the video said it was taken by a friend back in 2014, while allegedly north of Roswell according to his GPS. The UFO, or UFOs, were at about 35,000 feet high, and were only visible for a short time before disappearing into the clouds. It's without a doubt strange, and it's hard to speculate as to whether or not they were military or extraterrestrial. But this is an amazing piece of footage to say the least. Reported by the YouTube channel, BP Earthwatch, back in February of 2016, this UFO story is simply amazing. These images of an alleged UFO in Earth's orbit were taken by NASA, using the 234 Deep Space Network antenna located in Goldstone, California. Each of the 72 frames required 320 seconds of data collection by the Goldstone radar. The images suggest that the object was 75,000 miles from Earth, and has a long axis of about 130 feet. NASA said the object had an orbit around the Sun of about 10 months, and also called it a near-Earth object. Many ufologists are claiming this is indeed an alien ship, not a meteor, and are speculating as to what it was doing so close to Earth. Just take a look at this particular image of it. Does it look like a ship? Or an asteroid? According to BP Earthwatch, in the last few frames the object was speeding away at thousands of miles per hour. He also pointed out that the day they discovered this object was also the day a meteor fell and crashed in Russia on February 2, 2013. So what is this thing? Just your typical asteroid? A meteor?
Mira, papá. Ya todo. Mira, papá. Ya todo. papá. Ya todo. Mira papá. Ya.
Yeah. You can't see before because the sun is just flashing by.